Hey there guys, my name is Marcus, and in this video I'm going to teach you how you can easily use Miro. In my opinion, Miro is an amazing tool that you can use for multiple purposes, like strategy and planning, research and design, ideas, meetings and workshops. A really great thing is that you can collaborate with other people, and I'm going to teach you everything. And I believe that after finishing this video, you will know exactly how to use Miro. So first thing you want to do is click here, Start a Whiteboard. Here we are going to start account. If you already created account, just skip this step. I'll add here Marcus work email, and then I'm going to add a password. I agree and get started now. So right now I'm going to get an email. And then I'm going to just paste the registration code. And here, set up your team. So the first thing that you want to do is to add, let's say, YouTube creators. What will you use Miro for? Work. What's your role? Company management. What best describes you? Director. Company size 2 to 50. Have used visual tools before? I've used some before. How do you hear about us? YouTube. So this is how we fill it out. Pretty straightforward. Set up and continue. Now here you can simply copy this link and share with your work messenger or enter the emails here. I'm going to skip for now. What do you want to do? So we have option to ideation, brainstorming, mapping and strategy and planning, meeting and workshops. So let's say that would be mapping. And here you go. So in a moment when you're gonna enter templates right here, I want to go step back and show you something. When you would click on a Miro, on the dashboard, on the logo here, you would get here to the dashboard. Here you would see all your boards that you can access. So here you can simply click add a new board. Let's go that way. When you're gonna create a board, this board will be accessible to all team members. Create a shared board. And straight away you get option to add some kind of template. So you can go to all templates, recent ones, popular, that other people are using. So you don't have to create it by yourself. I'm not going to really use a template right now because I want to teach you how we can do everything. But what I can do is to create a Kanban framework and try to create it too, or workflow here. And now you can simply switch between using templates. So you get multiple options what you can actually do, like team meeting agenda. So let's just click here, let's go like this one here, use story map framework, or we can go to start, stop, continue, use template. And voila, here you see how it looks like. Now, what you can do and how it actually works. To move around, your whole Miro, you just click on a board and then move it. What you can do is to hold Control, and by that, and scrolling up and down, and you would zoom in and zoom out in Miro. So these are the beginnings what you can do. You can also see it on a bottom right. When you would come here, you see that you can zoom in, zoom out, or center, fit to screen. You can also pin map. See, so I can go like this and move it here, or I can go simply full screen. So I'm going to leave it full screen right now so you get full good experience. And this is how we can zoom in and how we can zoom out in Miro. Now the next step is we are going to look on a top left. Here you would go to boards, Then edit board settings. So you can click here and you can change the name of the board and add a description. So that's what you can do. You can also duplicate it and share it. And then you can export this board right here and you can go back and go forward. So that's what you can do. Now let's go further. So the first thing on the left side, you're going to see select. By select, when you would click on select, you can simply click on elements and move them, make them bigger if you want to. So that's something you can do. Now, right under the select, you're going to see templates. Here, you would click on templates, and this is where we choose our start, stop, continue, retrospect. And what I can do is to simply click on this and use the blank template. And voila, here we got 2 templates. I'll just move this here back. And we have 2 templates next to each other. So that's something you can do. Now, when we go even further, we're going to see text. So now I will show you how we can simply add the text. To add a text, you just come here, click on a text, and add it like this. Or let's say I don't want to have it here, I can click on text and add a text. And I'm going to add make YouTube video. I can make it bigger by changing the font size. I can add it in my sticker here, or square, or have it like this with a white background here as some kind of like task, or just have it as a text. I can add it to frame right like this. Again, I can change the size of it, and also I can change the font of my text to bangers, Redoka one, completely up to you how you change it. Now, again, when you change it, you can change the font style. You got alignment, add a list, insert link, text color. So that's something you can change. And then you can also highlight the text. So as you can see, like choosing and editing with text is pretty simple and pretty straightforward. So this is how you can add a text in Miro. If you have any questions about the text, let me know in the comments and I'll be really happy to help you. Let's go further. Right, the next thing about the text is sticky notes. So now we are going to look on how you can add sticky notes. I will wait for a while for you and let's go. Sticky notes. And now you have option to simply add by a color. So let's say I'm going to add the red one here. I don't know if this is a red color, but it's like light red. You can make it bigger. If you have a font size there and text, so let's say I'm going to have a YouTube text, I can change the font size of the text. What you can do then also is when you would click on a sticky note, you can click on the bulk mode, right? So what you could do, type bulk, add notes, YouTube, then I will go Control and Enter, and it would finish. Or I can again click on a sticky note, click on a bulk mode again, and then I would add YouTube 1, YouTube 2, YouTube 3, YouTube 4, YouTube 5, and look what will happen. And then Control and Enter to finish. And look how amazing it is. So right now we got some kind of like 6 sticky notes. You can also change size. Completely up to you. And that's how you add bulk node of sticky notes. You can change the text here. You can change alignment. you can also insert the link. So let's say you would like to link it to video or something like that. You can add a tag even to your YouTube video and press create. See, and now we're gonna see the tag, or you can add emoji to it. So that's pretty amazing. So this is how you do it, and this is how you can simply add a sticky note. It's pretty straightforward and pretty easy. You can play around with it how much you want. Don't be afraid to like play around it. This is the arrow that you can use to connect multiple. Look at this. But we will get to it how we can use it. Now, when we finished with the sticky notes, again, if you can have any questions about sticky notes, ask down below in the comments. We can go to shapes. Shapes are going to help you and create. You can have it also as a frame, kind of. So let's say that I'm going to have a shape here, and I will wait for you until you finish. So I can click here, shapes, you got a star, you got a circle, whatever you want, completely up to you. Like this. You can also click on all shapes and find all shapes here. And what you can do is to add a shape somewhere. Oh, wait a second, I will just delete this. So what you can do is to change this to whatever shape you want. And then we can add this shape to a frame. So shapes really help you if you want to, let's say that you would have a star or something like that, right? Star here, and then I can add a text here, or I could simply have let's say arrow, and you like to have in an arrow you want to have a text, right? You can have it. So that's what shapes are for, and it's completely up to you for what reason you would like to use the shape. Then we have the connection line here. So shapes are pretty straightforward. We would click on a connection line, and we have options to add the basic one, arrow and bigger arrow. So let's say I'm going to add this shape with this shape here. And look at this, I can lock it. Or what I can do is to, let's say I'm going to have a line like this. And then I can have also arrow like this. And you can change none to arrow, but I can have it like arrow to arrow, or like this. You can like change the ends and starts of your line. You can change also the line type. So as you can see, I can make it bigger, or I can make it like this, or like this, or like this, or like this. It's completely up to you how much you optimize it. Also, you can change the color of your line. So that's another thing that you can do. And that's how we do it. So this is how we can add lines. Again, if you're gonna have any questions, ask down below in comments. I'm really happy to help you and give you some guidance in it. The next is a pen. So when you would come here with a pen, you can simply use it. So let me just help you. I can simply come like this, make a circle. I can use a highlighter. It's pretty easy. Then what you could do, a smart drawing. Smart drawing is pretty clever. Look at this, what you can do. I really like this in Miro. So let's say I clicked on a smart drawing and I'm going to do a circle. And see, let's say that I'm going to do this. It automatically creates for you. So you don't have to like use shapes if you really just want to show something to someone, it's going to automatically help you, right? So eraser. Test it by yourself too, because I really think that's amazing. Delete. So again, I would go eraser or like small drawing here and just write a circle or draw a circle. Then you can make it also like this. See? I don't think that this is going to work. But yes, this is how it works. Also, you get lasso. It's going to automatically choose the object in your what you're gonna lasso it. So then what you can do is to move everything else, right? So you would come here, click on a pen, then you would click on lasso and just take everything. And you get options, so you can also align it. This is really perfect. You can align it horizontally, like this. You can also do it like this, like this. So as you can see, you can really play around it as much as you want with it. You can lock it, you can group the objects. When I'm going to group the objects, right now, it's always going to be together. But let's imagine that, okay, I'm going to have like someone was really messing up with me here. Someone was really messing up with me and I want to have aligned these 5. So what I need to do is to click here, click on lasso, choose all this stuff, and then I'm going to have align object, group object. So I can go align object and have it, let's say, horizontally, like this. You can have also like that. See, you can really play around it as much as you want. And that's how we do it. But of course, what you can do is to just hold shift. Let me show you. Another way how we can group objects is if you would hold shift and click on all objects. And voila, you got it. You don't have to use lasso. So again, you click on object and you click on all of them. Or you can just hold shift and just use mouse and take everything. So that's something you can do too. And that's how we can group objects. Now, to go even further, after using the pen and eraser, the highlighter, the lasso, and everything, how we can change the thickness here, you can simply add a comment. So adding a comment is really simple and also pretty straightforward. You come to, let's say I'm going to make YouTube video. I would click on it, add a comment. So I would add, I'm not going to make it. And click on a smiley face and add a smiley. And as you can see, when someone would come here, he would see the comment, I'm not going to make it. And you can resolve it with the comment. You can leave a reply, yes, you do. And you can add like reaction to it. You can unfollow the thread. Also, you can pin it, copy link, delete. And if this is going to be like resolved or no, that's completely up to you. So this is pretty much it how we do it also. And this is how we can add a comment. Now, to go even further, this is going to be a fun part. I'm going to show you how we can simply add a frame. Now, adding a frame in Miro. I'm just taking notes here, how to add a frame. Now you have option to add a custom frame, A4, letter, 60:9, 4:3, 1:1, or iPhone tablet browser. So let's say that I'm going to add, no, this is not what I wanted. I'm going to add, we want to have like everything in our frames. So what I will do, I will click a frame here. I will go 69. It's going to be my first frame. Then I'm going to have iPhone. And then I'm going to have a 1-to-1. So we're going to see the 3 frames here. And what you can do is to simply take your elements and add them to your frame. In the moment when you're going to move the frame, it's going to move with those elements. Right then, I can simply click here and see between all frames. To edit the frame, you need to always click on the frame 1 because it won't react for you when you click whenever else. You always have to click on a frame 1. And you can have a freeform here, or you can have it aligned. That's really good. You can lock it. You can hide the frame, or you can rename it, export it, save as a template, completely up to you. So these are like frames when you look at this. These are the frames saved as a templates. So you can see the arrow here. And it's like pretty straightforward and pretty easy to do, right? So that's how it works. Now again, I can add this thing and add it here. This thing here. Of course, you can also show the device if you're using the phone here. You can change the orientation, like of the phone, how it would look like in Miro. And of course, if you want to, you can like connect it if you want. But that's how it works, and this is how you can add a frame. Then what you can do is to simply upload things, and you can upload it from your device. Upload through URL, saved file, or like Clipper. Then you can have the applications here. So you can simply add a Kanban here. So I can click here. You can click get more applications. So card, mind map. And voila, here we have the Kanban style. You can add swim lane or more columns. So this is how we do it, and this is how we can add multiple applications in your Miro. Or like charts here, look at this. I can simply add this chart. That's also really easy and really simple. And again, you can edit it and change the chart statistics. So this is how we can add a charts, and this is how we can use application. And this is pretty much for the editing part. What you can do next is when you would go to the left bottom, you would see frames here. So these are frames, and I can simply click on a frame and I'm going to automatically be redirected them there. So this is why it's really amazing to have a frames, only because you can simply switch, and let's say you got a group of people watching you, you can have it like presentation, completely easy, and this is really cool. And then other people can talk about like, so imagine that you are in a meeting, and first you're gonna talk about the frame 1, and you're like talking about this, what is happening there. Then you go to frame 2, oh my god, we got an iPhone here. Then frame 3, we need to edit something here. So this is how you can add the frames, and you can of course add a next frame, and next frame, and next frame, and frame in a frame, in a frame, in a frame. So that's like Inception, right? So right then you can have also presentation mode. In presentation mode, you see that having presentation mode, you go always about frames. So that's how presentation works. And always you can like switch it back from presentation. You're gonna see the comments here. And you would see all the comments, what was happening in your Miro. Let me just make it bigger. Then you have like notes here. But again, with the presentation, as I mentioned, it's really important that you have all those frames. Frames are really the basics of Miro. Then you have a chat here where you can chat with other people. Then you have also cards. Again, you can simply see the cards that we have here. Then we have a screen sharing, so you can screen share with other people. Then you have voting here. You need to upgrade it. You have video chat here, timer. And then the last thing that you can see is activity, what was actually happening on your board. Now, when you would go to the top right, is that you would see hide collaborators cursor, reactions. You can raise hand. And then the last thing, what you're gonna see is how you can share a board in Miro. You would come to the top, click share. And here, board title, my board, save. And then you can enter the emails here. You can invite links to board and team. They can view, comment, edit, or access. Team access to board, again, can view, comment, edit. Anyone with the link can view. So you copy the invite link, and now when, let's say I would send it, and this is the invite link. So when I would go to incognito mode and look at this, get started free today, no credit card required. And if someone will log in with my link, they will be able to use Miro. And that's pretty much it how we do it. Then you have settings next to the share, and you can have shortcuts here. Snap object, suggest object size, show grid. You can remove the grid. You can set a start view. Like what is going to be start view? This thing. Let's see. So that was start view when we would like open your board. And this is pretty much it how you use Miro. So thank you very much guys for watching. If you're gonna have any questions, ask me down in the comments. I'll be really happy to help you and provide you some guidance. And yep, have a great day guys, and goodbye. See ya.